Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, fractal Bitcoin. Welcome to today's Bitcoin news video.
Oh, forget it.
Oh, I'm telling you, on this show, we talk about Bitcoin, we talk about the collapse of fiat currencies, but most of all, it's about your future prosperity. Let's get right into it. The Bitcoin price right now, 62,371. You can see the last couple days, we've come up from 60K all the way to 62.4 right now. And yeah, it's getting interesting because we made a low here, then we made a higher low here, and if we make a higher low here and we keep going above, especially if we break 70K, that's going to be a really, really good sign. But look, where is the God candle? Come on, where is it? Where is October? It's supposed to be October. What's happening? Let me ask my producer, Barry. Barry, what are we going to need in order for Bitcoin to really have a great October? What are we going to need?
You're going to need a couple of horses or a couple of mules.
Anything else?
Saws, hammers, nails.
All right, look, I don't know if we're going to get saws, hammers, and nails, but look, Bitcoin is successfully retesting both the downtrend and the 21-week bull market EMA. And yeah, this is really good. This is kind of where we are. We're a little above this now. This diagonal line here, we sort of held it as support, and this green section horizontal, we're holding that as support. So again, it could be good. If we get above 70K, it'll be just great. Yeah, and historically, Bitcoin and stock markets record their biggest rally after the U.S. elections. This is a pretty cool chart here. You can see the U.S. elections are these red circles, and we're about to have one. And look what happens after the red circles. Yeah, it gets exciting. So maybe that's what the market is waiting for. We don't know. But yeah, a little history. I thought this was very interesting. Bitcoin was 40 years of work. Yeah, this is an awesome chart going all the way back to about 1974. And I'll include this link in the show notes. You can check it out. But look at all these different iterations, like early versions. Here's proof of work. I guess that was created in 1992. And then smart contracts was like 1997. And so then Satoshi launched Bitcoin in 2009. I thought that was very interesting. Speaking of Satoshi, there's a new documentary coming out. When is it coming out? October 8th at 9 p.m. It's called Money Electric, the Bitcoin Mystery. Yeah, and in Money Electric, the Bitcoin Mystery, intrepid filmmaker Cullen Hoback dives into the origins of Bitcoin and the identity of its creator, Satoshi Nakamoto. Yeah, some people are saying that, they reveal who Satoshi is in this documentary. Well, first of all, we'll see about that. And second of all, we don't know who made this documentary. I saw a comment on Nostr, like, maybe Craig Wright made this documentary. We don't know. I mean, I don't think he did, but it really matters who makes the documentary, because that sort of can slant how things are portrayed, right? Anyway, I don't have HBO, so I don't know how in the world I'm going to see this. But anyway, let's move on. And yeah, this is who will the HBO documentary identify as Satoshi? We got some odds here. Looks like Len Sassaman with 48% is in the lead. I've never heard of that person before. Hal Finney, 15%. Of course, I've heard of Hal Finney. Nick Szabo, 4%. And Adam Back, 7.1%. All right. Who is Satoshi? Or probably none of these people. But yeah, these are the Satoshi odds. It's so funny. All right, subscribe to the channel if you'd like to. And let's get into a couple stories about fiat government nonsense for context, because Bitcoin solves these issues. First of all, we got $175 billion for Ukraine, $310 billion for Israel, $567 million for Taiwan, and only $750 for her. Yeah, this is referencing the tragedy that's unfolding in North Carolina right now over the past week. FEMA is just not, they're hardly doing anything to help. It's crazy. Yeah, happening right now. We need to help the hurricane victims. And here's FEMA says, sorry, we're low on cash. And the man says, fine, I'll do it myself. Try it and you'll be arrested. I think they have literally arrested people for helping and bringing supplies to people and maybe flying helicopters without permission. Like, this is happening. People are being arrested for trying to help. If let me just say this. You don't hate the government enough. You don't. I don't. And I really hate the government. Yeah, but look, North Carolina, the Bitcoin community deploys search and rescue operations for hurricane relief in the mountain region. So look, the Bitcoin community is coming together, and I'll link to this, but yeah, emergency responders, ER physicians, medics. I hope they don't get arrested, but I thought it was kind of cool that the Bitcoin community is coming together to help. Here's Elon. Oh, this is just going to boil your bippy. Elon says, yes, they are literally using your tax dollars to import voters and disenfranchise you. It's happening right in front of your eyes. And FEMA used up its budget ferrying illegals into the country instead of saving American lives. Treason. When are we going to wake up and hold these politicians accountable for this blatant treason? This is insane what's happening. And every day we hear about this. Year after year we hear about this. When are we going to stand up and lock all these people up? All of them. Here's another great one. Alleged Iranian plot to kill Trump was an FBI setup. Yeah, you don't hate the government enough. You do not hate the government enough, I'm telling you. Yeah, the strike is over, by the way, the dock workers strike or whatever it was. So yeah, go lay in your toilet paper fort and think about what you've done. But I am actually glad the strike is over, because if all the East Coast ports got closed down for like an extended period, that would be really, really bad. Really bad. So I'm glad that's over. And here, this is just in. Global banks will test tokenized assets and digital currency transactions on the SWIFT payment system next year. This is from Reuters. So yeah, the SWIFT network is how countries have typically in the past, for a long time, settled their bank transactions through this SWIFT network. But yeah, now the SWIFT network is going to be testing and implementing tokenized assets and digital currencies. Yeah, so this is, look, it's big news. That's why I'm telling you. I don't know. By the way, this could also help them roll out a CBDC. You know, different countries can roll out their CBDCs, because now they can still transact with other companies through SWIFT with their CBDCs. So probably this is not good. Overall, in terms of CBDCs, because we don't want CBDCs, but it's big news, and I'm just a messenger, so don't shoot me. And here, also breaking, Visa just launched its tokenized asset platform to issue and manage digital assets. So here you go. More adoption, more big guys coming into the space. You know, and look, part of the reason I tell you stuff like this is because this should give you confidence that the world is changing. The world is not what it was. And Bitcoin's leading the way. Never forget that. Bitcoin's leading the way, but there are a lot of... So the traditional finance world is having to implement Bitcoin, and I guess crypto, into itself, right? To stay relevant. But Bitcoin is pushing everything. Bitcoin is the lead driver of all of this. Yeah, and just in, BlackRock makes presentation to investors on Bitcoin. This is insane. 10 months ago, everybody said that Bitcoin was for scam artists and drug dealers. It was rat poison. 10 months ago. And now BlackRock is giving presentations about how great Bitcoin is, including this picture here. This is a great one. This is showing the loss of purchasing power of the US dollar on the left. That's what you see here. They're literally telling investors this. This is true. So it's good that more people should know about this. And then it also compares US Treasuries, gold, and Bitcoin in terms of their supply, volatility, length of track record, governance, cost to move, and cost to store. And of course, Bitcoin's the best one by far. So yeah, all right. BlackRock, going out there championing Bitcoin. Yeah, and this is really funny. This is new. The IMF is advising El Salvador to amend its Bitcoin laws, improve regulations, and reduce government involvement in the cryptocurrency. Yeah, so the IMF's like, yeah, you shouldn't be doing anything with Bitcoin. You need to scale it back. You need to move away from Bitcoin. And by the way, this is what Germany did, right? So now maybe we know what happened to Germany, because a few months ago they sold 50,000 Bitcoin. That's a lot. And you know what? The IMF probably told them to sell it all, which is like probably the biggest Bitcoin blunder in the history of the world. Selling 50,000 Bitcoin. Why would you? In a bull run. It's literally the dumbest thing ever. But now the IMF's coming to El Salvador and trying to bully them. And El Salvador, they are not having it. They're just like, nah, we're good. Thanks. Go away. Go away. Yeah. Yeah, and I thought this was great. This is Will on Nostr. He's the creator of the Damus app, which is an iOS app. Actually, I think it might be available on Android now too. Anyway, it's the Damus app. It's a Nostr app. And if you're not on Nostr, get on Nostr. It's a great platform. It's growing. But yeah, Will posts here. This is cyberpunk AF. No internet needed for local communications. I am a mesh maxi now. Yeah, and he's talking about Meshtastic. Yeah, Meshtastic. So what is Meshtastic? Meshtastic is an open source, off-grid, decentralized mesh networking project designed to enable long-range communications using low-power devices, primarily leveraging LoRa, long-range radio technology. So this is like how we can communicate with each other without the internet. This is using long-range radio technology. So that's why I'm going to go back here. You can see here's a picture of one of these Meshtastic devices. So look, this is just a great resource to know that's available, because if the S really hits the fan and the globalists or who's ever in charge, they literally want to cripple us, then they literally just sabotage the internet. We can use things like this to communicate. And also we can use things like this to keep Bitcoin going, right? Because that's what's one thing people say about Bitcoin. Well, what if the power goes out? What if the internet goes down? And well, first of all, those things don't stop Bitcoin. But this is Meshtastic. Anyway, I'm going to look into it. Sounds pretty interesting. What do you think about Meshtastic? Let me know. Yeah, here's a funny one. He didn't take the bait, sir. He just said, nice try, Fed boy, and sent me a meme calling me retarded. This is how the meme lords treat the feds. Oh, I love it, right? And the feds can't do anything. It's just great. Oh, I love this. Nice try, Fed boy. I love it. And yeah, here's a message from Mandri. This is great. Good morning, fellow plebs. We're going to make it if we stay focused on what matters. Family, health, which includes physical, mental, and spiritual, and also low time preference living. Have a good weekend, friends. Yeah, I love this, because we are going to make it if we focus on those three things. And the low time preference is important too. And that means, instead of wanting everything today, right now, I need to want everything right now. No, I'm investing in the long-term future. I'm going to sacrifice a little bit now to have a better long-term future. And that's what we're doing when we're investing in Bitcoin, right? When we stack Bitcoin, that's what we're saying. I believe in a much better future, and I'm going to sacrifice myself now to live a much better future for myself and my family and my community. So really cool. This is our website, fractalbitcoin.com. Everything we do is here, including this link on the top. It says join our locals community. Come over, join our locals. It's free to join. It's a community. We're starting to grow. It's going pretty slow, but look, that's what happens when you're a nobody like me. I mean, I'm literally a nobody. I just love Bitcoin. I love freedom and liberty. And I feel the need, with the world going absolutely crazy, I feel the absolute need to talk about these things very bluntly, very clearly, and because that's the only way we're all going to come together. And make a great future for ourselves, right? So that's it. So have a great weekend. Subscribe to the channel and follow if you're watching on Rumble. Have a great weekend. Get out into nature. Live your life. The weekends are the time to really relax, live your life, do some fun hobbies. I'm going crazy over the last month writing my book. It's so much fun. So hopefully you can do something fun, and I'll see you on Monday with another Bitcoin news video. All right, see ya.